as you can see, this is a beetroot, and a beetroot is ready. When you go to market, you find, like now when you are doing here locally, we are selling at 10 shillings. So here we have 1,500 shillings for beetroot. When you go to supermarket, it will go between 15 to 20 shillings per piece. So when you do like 100 kitchen gardens or 50 kitchen gardens of beetroot, you are there to go. This is a farm that is generally doing organic farming. We are advocating much on use of manure and organic solutions from our plants. And we came here. This place was very dry in terms of water. When it is dry, there is no water. And the people, most of the people around, and farmers, have a lot of challenge doing vegetable, and not really vegetable farming, but doing organic vegetable farming. We have introduced this farming here. We are doing multi-story kitchen garden. Many of them call it a vertical garden or kitchen garden, if I can call it. And with my team, we have introduced this kitchen garden farming around here in Nakuru and many other places we usually go to undertake this farming. Many of the farmers have picked it, even those who have big farms, because you need to do vegetables that are able to give you good health. We have actually 3 pillars we are standing with: food security, nutrition. We are also taking care of climate change in terms of recycling the plastic material which we are using to make the kitchen garden. And as you are aware, everybody is talking about climate change. And when we do destroy our soil using chemicals, we will not have a place now to harvest, a place to grow our crops. Multi-story kitchen garden, it conserves a lot of water. It is made from a recycled plastic, which are black, and that shows the moisture content is controlled. It is preserved. You are using minimal fertilizer, organic fertilizer. It is easy to manage. It is easy even to take care of that farm in a commercial way, because the concentration is on one area. As you can see, this is a small plot which we have managed to come up with many kitchen gardens. As you can see, we are doing around 22 pieces of kitchen garden, and we are targeting around 40 of them. And 40 of them, each kitchen garden will give you around 6 kilos per day. And you know, a kilo can even go for a higher amount of money. And that is why we are encouraging people to go organically, because as you can see, these leaves actually they are containing the scorch of the sun, because the chemical, the solutions we are using organically, they cannot allow the sun to destroy the crops. That's why you can see our crops are very green. The chlorophyll is maintained, and also, as you can see, we are doing mulching. When you do mulching to kitchen garden, you control evaporation, and there is no a lot of evaporation. This one kitchen garden, it has 6 story, and a 6 story can take around 100 or 130 seedlings, and you use around 20 liters of water per day. Or you can put 20 liters today, and tomorrow you can even jab that day, and then you do it the next week. You can do even 3 times in a week. Or mostly when you have water, it's good, you can do weekly, but every day. But generally, the kitchen garden will use little amount of water, so you'll not complain about hardship of getting water. So it is viable for arid and semi-arid, and around where you are able to grow. If you say you are in a plot, you can grow vegetables, and good for your family. You can do household, and you can do also commercial. I'm a journalist by profession. And when I was doing my journalism, I went to many areas. Where you go, you find the place is dry. You cannot take even good shots. And this discouraged me so much. And I asked myself, what can I do? How can you make the place green? So I decided now, because I'm in an area of agriculture, how can I do something that can also make me feel good when I'm doing it? So I decided now to go for farming, from journalism to farming. And in terms of achievements, journalism, you are paid in terms of salaries and all this. But when you are doing farming, you get more money than when you're in that field of journalism. So I decided to go on farming, and not just farming, but to go on smart farming, where you get money, biashara, now you get more exposure in terms of farming and new technologies and innovations in agriculture. As you can see, this innovation, we are campaigning, and it is a technology that is sustainable, because the kitchen garden farming is sustainable. This plastic can stay over 10 years doing farming in that material. The farm, what we are doing even more research on skuma, spinach, and these plants. When you plant it in a kitchen garden, it can stay for over a year. So you will not be changing. Like now you can see we have different varieties of skuma. I'm also doing research when I'm doing farming. There's a long one, there's a short one, and this is how I know the best variety of my farmers. So it is good to do this farming, and it is sustainable, and anybody can do it. So I'm happy that I'm championing this program, and that's why I'm insisting to the government to see where the rubber meets the foot. Is it that way? Or maybe because this is where a farmer can benefit. This is where people can get good food that is with no chemical, and in terms of healthy, they will be able now to minimize the cost that they use more to go to hospital than to take their vegetables. Many people say it is expensive to do organic, but I'm telling you today, it is very cheap to do organic farming. And as we have done, as you can see here, we have 22 kitchen gardens. We started with 4. One kitchen garden, what we are doing as Giton Farm, we are encouraging people to do it. Like to do one, it seems like it is too expensive. One is 3,500 with the material. We do it with the material. We go to the farmer, we deliver, we install for the farmer. We show them, we train that farmer how to sustain this farm. We do termite control solution, because when you put manure and the soil, it's like now you are creating a conducive environment for termites and other ants. So we treat that soil for 1 full year for a farmer. Then now we are able now to follow up the farmer in supply of the solutions for pesticide and foliar. So we train the farmer. So the cost, we make it at 3,500. We started with 4. We are now 22, and we are going to 40. And we have many farmers that we have installed. Many have put up 25, 2. We have many farmers who are doing this kitchen garden. And that's why we are saying it is easy. We are showing them how to save. The groups, we are going to the groups. We are training groups. We show them how to save. They are doing table banking. Every month when they do table banking, we install for those farmers who are ready, the group members. So by the end of the day, they will count that each member has kitchen gardens. And we have already started in Nakuru. We are doing it, and it is doing it successfully. In Multi-Storey kitchen garden, it means soil and manure. Those are the main things that we need in that garden. Then we supply the materials. They are plastic material, recycled plastic materials. We supply to the farmer who has purchased from us. Then the farmer takes care of soil and manure. Many of our customers are urban farmers. And urban farmers is the people who have plots, who have spaces in their farm, who have bought plots and they are staying in these plots. A small space. The material requires around diameter of between 4.5 and 5 feet. That is more than a meter square. So it takes a little space. Then the customer will look for soil and manure. And because soil is mostly available, many of our customers miss, they don't get the local manure. Especially that which does well is the goat manure, the rabbit manure, the chicken manure, and sheep manure. It does well in kitchen garden. But also the cow manure, it does mostly on seed management, not leaves. It will have small leaves for cow. But for other manure, it will give the leaves because we need the leaves for vegetables. Then those who miss manure, as a student, we are making organic fertilizer, manure. That manure, it is made from the local, like now, the way they do composite manure. We are doing it on a large way, on a big way, and we pack it as manure. Then we sell to those customers who don't have manure. Then we also have a chicken manure, which we are doing as a farm. And we are helping people, they are managing the kitchen garden. That's how the components we need from the farmer. So the farmer only needs to have soil and manure. Then the other products, we are coming with them. We have a ratio which we do for soil and manure, and it depends on the soil. When we go to the farmer, there is something we call survey. Some of them we go to do survey of the soil. Others we just go, and when we find which soil is it determines what ratio we are going to put in terms of manure or the soil. But generally, the ratio, it goes 1:1. Ratio of one wheelbarrow, one wheelbarrow for soil. But it depends on availability of the manure. If they don't have manure, we go with our fertilizer. That is organic fertilizer. We put the soil, then we just do like we are doing planting using the fertilizer, our fertilizer. And it is very organic, very effective, and it makes the crops grow very well. It gives a lot of yield. Yeah. In a kitchen garden, we are saying this farm can take you over 10 years. In fact, when you put that soil, you don't remove the soil. It's like not that soil, what you do, you are improving the soil which you put from the word go. So what you'll be doing, you'll be managing, maintaining the kitchen garden. It is adding fertilizer, adding manure, and also doing the mulching. And the mulch that you've put there, it will improve the fertility of the soil every time. So no removing of the soil. What you'll be doing is now you can be changing the variety of crops. If you grow crops and they reach at a time that you see they are exhausted, you can change. You can do foliar, or you put another fertilizer, that organic fertilizer, then you plant another new crop. Ile tunaita intercropping. You can do it. Like now you can see some of our kitchen gardens we have intercropped. We have the skuma, we have the skuma matumbo, we have the cauliflower, we have the lettuce, we have mixed. We have the kitungu, the onions, we have the beetroots, we have strawberry, we have the manganagu, we have terere. This is a farm you can get what you need every day. And now your family is well fed, and you also sell. Every day we are doing sales, we are selling. And also we, as we can say, as a farm, we have now market for these vegetables. We have a steady market where we are doing a contract with people. They bring, we sell for them, and they are getting money. Yes. Most of the challenges when we started doing our farm is the availability of the solutions, because you need to do a lot of research in terms of the materials which are helping you to do the fertilizer and to do the foliar and the pesticide. As you can see, a lot of support of the government and of the stakeholders, they are doing the synthetic fertilizer, either the CN, the DAP, the NPK, but no one is talking about organic farming, and it's the cheapest to do. So to get these materials, as you can see, like now Uganda and other countries, they provide these materials, but they are too expensive when you are doing importation. There are a lot of tax on it. Instead of now removing the tax on organic products so that we may do more on organic and they save the country from using a lot of money to do universal health care, they are increasing a lot of fertilizer now. It was 7,000, now it is 2,500. How many people are going to get sick because of using the fertilizer? The fertilizers, the synthetics have a lot of residues, and when they take, they have the problem of stomach, the problem of the ulcers, skin diseases. They are mostly brought by these chemicals. If you spray, and many of our farmers, they spray today and after 2 days they sell, and they are given 7 days or 14 days too before they sell that, so that the residue may dissolve in the crops. But now they are selling to us. So the challenge is the government to intervene and to make organic farming the way to go. It can get a lot of revenues using organic, but now we don't know what is happening. The other challenge is in terms of water in the communities. Governments and the two governments, the national government, county governments, should involve a lot of their consideration in terms of availability of just little water. As you can see, our farm, we buy water from the boreholes and we bring it here. We store it because the rains, you cannot. The rains are not manageable, and this little water we are using it. I wish if we could have just piped water in our estates, in our farms. We use little water to do a lot of farming using little water. That's a challenge, mainly challenges. And the other one is now in terms of market. We are glad that we can be able now to get the market. It was a challenge, but now we are still hoping that it will be sustainable with the market, because now many people have turned to organic farming. Sababu unaambiwa daktari usikule hii, kula beetroot. Why are you going to get the beetroot? Like now, this is the beetroot. You get it here with a little amount. When you go to supermarket, it is on the highest end. The strawberry, we are doing it here. Yes, you can see. We are doing also carrots. We are doing the managus. These herbs help the body now to resist these diseases. And that's why we are encouraging people to do this farming. It is easy to manage, like a kitchen garden. It is the only way you can do a lot of vegetables. The kitchen garden has about 6 layers. Kuna stairs ya kwanza, ya pili mpaka ya sita. And the first, the whole of it, we are saying you can plant 100 or 130. Like now this one, we have planted sukuma wiki. There's sukuma wiki, there's spinach, there's onions. They are different of them. In sukuma, you can do 100 because of the spacing. In spinach, you can also do 100 because of the spacing. In onions, you can do over 150 because the spacing of onions is very little. So onions, you can do a lot of them. The beetroot, you can also do a lot of them because of the spacing. You can do over 150 for beetroot and onions. But when it comes to these leaves, you do a big spacing because of the canopy. Like now, these ones you can see, we've started harvesting long time ago. These ones we have harvested and still we are harvesting. And this harvesting, when you plant, you can take 3 to 4 weeks, you start harvesting. Then you can harvest this kuma for over, this one is for 6 months. We have others that we are putting up, and you can harvest for 1 year. And they don't have a big space like this, they have a little space. So it depends on the variety. That's why I'm telling you, you can see there are some which are big, some which are small because of the variety. Like now, when you check this one is a variety that is very local. This one cannot go for 5 months because of the variety, type of the variety. This one is small, it is starting coming up. So this one you can harvest for a long time, than this one. So that is how we check the variety. And when you plant, as I've said, you within 3 to 4 weeks you start harvesting. Yeah, so it is a sukuma wiki, the skuma, spinach, managu. But the beetroots can go for 2.5 months. The kitungu goes for 2 months. You start harvesting because this one is a leaf. They are leaves. The onions, you can go for within 2 months. You start harvesting. The skuma, you go for 3 to 4 weeks. You start harvesting. Yeah, so it is a business or it's a farming that you can benefit for minimal, medium, and also long term. Yes, these are urban farming, and also it's people who don't have big farms. You can do multi-storey kitchen garden. This plot is about 50 by 100. It has housed our home. We have the kitchen gardens, and we have a space even for our animals, the chicken, and also the sheep. We are intending to put up the sheep. And as you can see, it's a small farm. You can do, we have done 22 as we talk, and we are adding to 40. So in one plot of 50 by 100, you can do between 80 to 100 pieces. And when you are doing 80 to 100, it is double harvest, double yield. If it gives you 6 kilos per week, it will give you double when you have more. When you do more kitchen gardens, you do more money. I believe what we have been doing in the last few days, few months, we have 22, and we know every month over 30,000 we get. That is almost going to the double. So the more you do, the more you get more use and more money. So for those who want to do commercial, you can do it. Those who are doing household, you'll be able to do for your family and also to share with the neighbors. I'm encouraging people who are maybe the youth who say hakuna kazi. I'm encouraging women who are doing table banking, and they get the money, they take it to buy food na inaishia hapo. I'm encouraging men who are at home, who have no place. We have a case study of one customer of ours. He retired and he has done 100 vertical kitchen gardens. That customer is making around 100,000 per month. He is doing skuma, spinach, those vegetables. 100,000 per month. He has done, he is over 100,000, but he has done 100 pieces of kitchen garden. So that shows this project is sustainable and it is capable of giving somebody income. So it is possible. When you come to us, we'll show you how to do it. We'll help you maintain, help you get the market, because we have the market now for vegetables. We'll be able now to supply you with the materials, and then you put up your garden. It is possible. Hautasema hauna pesa mama, sababu unaenda kwa kikundi. In that group, we'll help you. We show you how to save. Then we start now installing one by one. We have done it even in Baruti, Nakuru. We have done it in Joro. We have done it in Naivasha, Gilgil. We have been doing it in Pokot. We went even beyond Nakuru County. We are doing it. We are going to many demos, many programs that we are called by the Ministry of Agriculture. It is something that is possible. And we are partnering with the Ministry of Agriculture so that they may help us even to get the basics, to get more experience, even linking us with the farmers that we may train them. And in terms of also sustainability, in terms of pest control. Yes, my plea to the county government of Nakuru first, because it's where we are, it is now the time to go organic and help our farmers, our people, to get this knowledge. Because when people lack knowledge, they are destroyed. Even that is what the word in the Bible says. let the county government of Nakuru train the farmers through the Ministry of Agriculture and show them the importance of doing kitchen garden. And then we are there as GTOM to partner with them. We are there to supply the materials, and we work with them. We know it is a challenge to start such a program, but it is the only way for the people of Nakuru to go green. And as we said, how will food security be available? How will they get nutrition when they are using the synthetic fertilizers? How will now be able to have their nice places to live? Because when they are sick, how will they now live? They will not be comfortable. But when we go organic will be able now to make them now to sustain their farms. Their farms will not be destroyed by the fertilizers. The manure will help to keep the moisture in the soils. So this is the only way. And for the national government, instead of now putting more effort on synthetic fertilizer, the fertilizer they are giving the farmers, why can they now see how will they now chip in into organic farming, and also helping us to get more materials to do organic production, even if it is in terms of reducing the imports which we are using to do organic. We'll be glad as people, and will grow, and Nakuru will not be the same again.